Well, good morning. How are my lovelies doing? It almost sounded like a creepy start to a like a horror film. Happy October. All right, so welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where I am very weird and we all get a little woo woo. Okay. Gonna do a coffee and tarot today, so go ahead and grab your cup of matcha, your tea, okay, here's the thing. I always hear somebody saying matcha is tea, and I'm like, it lives in a class of its own, at least here in the US, okay? Matcha is its own special thing, okay? Tea in the US does not necessarily have milk. Matcha, we always got milk and matcha. You know, it's different. So, lemon water, whatever you want to sip on. Let's cozy in. We're going to check and see if there's a message for us. I do want to say, when I do these readings, that you are using your own discernment, okay? You are a sovereign being of your life. So, you get to determine if, when, where, how, why any of these messages apply, okay? So, let's say together. Come on now. If you join me multiple times, you should know we don't Cinderella this to make it fit. All right. Yay. Okay. Yummy. Okay, let's get started. It's definitely down here, so pardon me. No, they said that one. Okay. Angel Oracle. Angel Oracle. Archangel Tarot. I don't know. I just be saying. My mouth just takes over sometimes. My brain's over here, lottie-dollying, you know, and my mouth just starts going because it gets tired of waiting for my brain, and then it just says shit, okay? That's how we roll over here. Now, I don't know about you all, but I've been having a little bit of a tension headache. We've got, whenever we go through fall, autumn time frame here, and the trees start doing their crazy coinkydink things, and the weather's getting all whatever, my sinuses act up just a little bit. And even when my sinuses aren't like, you know, whatever, I still have like the tension headache that comes with that. All the barometric pressure changes and whatnot. As always, we are sending our love to all those who are facing difficulties and trials right now. Yes, that spirit surrounds them. I'll push the coffee off a little bit. So, a funny thing, in this particular deck, the Four of Pentacles, it even says down here, good business decisions. And it's like it's prefacing the Lovers, which is a choice to be had. One which is in alignment with you, right? And this one even talks about carefully weighing your decisions. Like there's a and they're getting very straight to the point. This talks about like a Page of Wands is like a new offer, an exciting one, and new partnerships. They are getting very like easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's a whole fucking sentence. Hey, guess what? There's a decision coming in. It's a really good business opportunity, or it's a smart money move, we'll say. It's an exciting new endeavor, and it brings about new partnerships or contracts. But it's how to move forward. It's the way to act. Wow. I just learned to talk yesterday. Alrighty. Okay. Three of Swords. I hear getting over something. And at the bottom of this, this can be like separation. This can be, a level of sadness or grief. And so if they're saying getting over that, I get it, because right next to it is the Star card. So this situation is a healing. It will be very healing to you. But they're bringing me like the need to forgive yourself. Like you may be blaming yourself for how something has unraveled or the path that it took. And they're like, look, things are getting better. Like this is going to heal that situation. Whatever has weighed on your heart and your mind. Because this is talking about finally being able to move forward and make long-term plans. And feeling like you're on the right path and just happy times, really happy times coming up. And so whatever this is, now there's been several. I just feel like there's a new start for a lot of people. And this is across multiple collectives, okay? So this is like a larger overall energy that's happening to I think there's certain collectives that make up a larger collective and that kind of thing. And there's a good portion of people right now that are going to be going through this. In some varying degree. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like I tasted perfume just then. I promise you, there's been no perfume. Nothing's in here. It's something, my mouth is, somebody may have just sprayed some perfume. It's not a cologne. It's a very fruity, or maybe it's like it reminds me of like certain essential oils, but it's a perfume. It's not like, it's like a mixture. It's like, like when you in the air and you walk through it and you get your mouth. That is, I just tasted that. I got it in the back of my throat. Like, oh, like those body mist things. Like that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to think of like okay, I get it. And the Hermit card, it can mean a lot of things, but I really feel like it's like your time alone, your time in isolation is over. Because the Ten of Wands is all about no longer doing it on your own. It is about getting the help. It is about becoming a part of a community. It is no longer having to bear that particular burden anymore. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about why we're bringing this up right now. Because this is Coffee and Tarot. This is the time where they can be like, having a conversation with us. They said no. Okay. Well, you said earlier it was lighting up. So I assumed... Thank you. Starman Tarot. I could feel them going back and forth on which one they wanted to use, and I'm like, really? That's not generally... I'm getting like a tension in my jaw, like it's like wanting to, they said lock jaw. If you have lock jaw, or if you feel like your jaw's gonna lock up on you, maybe TMJ or something to that effect. Like it feels like it's on the right side. Right side. Like there's tension in just the right side. That's for somebody. Put these up. I got wee little hands, guys, and these big decks, sometimes they can just, I said deck. Tarot deck. Can sometimes be a little bit, Ooh, King of Swords. Why is he so hot? Oh my God. I mean, look at that energy. That's VDE. That's what that is. You know what it also, y'all, I swear to God, it's reminding me of, those who haven't seen it may have to take a look at it, but Chappell Roan did a performance where she was all knighted out, like she was dressed up like a knight with armor, and they just showed me her. Like now, there's like this whole, she did it for like MTV, like the Video Music Awards, VMAs, there we go. And look at this, like that's what it's reminding me of. Like that reminds me of, I don't know why that came to mind, but it's really, what? They said regal. I don't talk like that. Regal? Are you serious? Okay, so they're also showing me, you know, like the Four of Pentacles, right? In the Rider-Waite Tarot, like her feet are on the pentacles, and that's about having something very, you know, it's really about being rooted in this reality, and feeling stable within this reality, and having like a foundation. And they're showing me this little dude right here. Something is rooted in reality. He's got two little coins kind of holding his feet, but they're also like a little talisman. So like there's some sense of, I want to say like something in your 3D reality that is protected in a way, in a sense. Like it's sense of, we're going all over the place, guys. Hold on. I just realized they whipped this deck out so they could show me all the pictures. And I guess that's why this feels very like, they got brought up Chappell Roan, where like, you know, being knighted, you know, it's more about the armor. It's more about the armor. Like there's a level of protection, but this doesn't feel like, it feels like I can move forward protected through something very practical. And they keep telling me to look up regal. And I'm like, I'm feeling like either I must be casting like a poor definition on regal, because regal. Why are we looking up regal? Well, Regal Cinemas came up, but that's not what their definition. Okay. Of resembling or fit for a monarch, especially in being magnificent or dignified. Her regal bearing, majestic, grand, impressive, stately, glorious, dignified. Ooh, I love these words. Awe-inspiring. Wow. Sovereign. Striking, breathtaking. Dang. Exalted, exalted. Rank or status. Placed at a higher, powerful level. Held in high regard. No joke, it had taken her years of hard fighting to reach her present exalted rank. There was something I had gotten earlier, which I was like, well, we'll just see it come out. Like, this is before. This is like when I'm getting the desk ready and things like that, right? And there was something about that. Like, having stuck with something. Because they were showing me, like, the Eight of Pentacles, you know what I mean? And, like, pushing through. Like, there's, like, a perseverance. And so somebody will be exalted. Okay, well, let's just keep going, because my human brain will just like piecemeal that shit together, like apart, actually, not together. I'll cut that shit into pieces like it's not even funny. So the Judgment card is, I feel like somebody, again, it's this feeling of being lifted out of something and like, I almost want to say exonerated, but they're going back to the exalted, the regal. It's like, I don't know why I feel like somebody's name is cleared. And therefore you are placed, you're elevated into your spot. Like you're being elevated into your spot. And you're protected during this. It's like being put on your throne. And I feel like something is calling. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. The Empress and the Four of Swords. So this is a very relaxed stance. This is a very enjoyable stance or state of being. Empress is in the receptive mode. It is in the abundance mode. It is being open and allowing and receiving. And the Four of Swords is a very calm, relaxed state. And the Ten of Cups, the cups are pouring in. It's as if they look at all these cups around them, and then there's more coming in. It's like being lavished with something. What's this got to do with the choice or the new endeavor? It opens the world of opportunity. Oh, this has something to do with the King of Swords, the regal, the exalted, the regalness, the like being very distinguished, stately. Like this thrusts you. There may be something about more eyes being on you. Having further reach or having more, like there's a more expansive, no, like they're giving me like the internet, like World Wide Web. They're giving me like, yeah, it's more eyes on you. There's more, it's like you, with a star and the way that they did the whole regal and being placed there, being protected during the entire time, and that this is like a well-established, well-rooted, secure, stable situation or thing that's happening, and it puts you in front of a lot of eyes. Where the right eyes. Okay. Two of Cups. Because it definitely, when we say the right eyes, it's the people who will, I don't want to, I mean, it sounds so, like lavishing you with adoration, like they will adore you as much, like there's a level of reciprocity with it. Give me more on the Judgment. I feel like I'm skirting around something right now, guys. I feel like I'm like dancing. I'm in a circle and like I'm not at the heart of it or at the core. I don't know why. They had me look at, so this looks like the word call. I don't think that's what they were intending, but like, they're trying to be. There's the Page of Wands again. Oh, you're going to receive a call about, well, that's a very weird way to do it. They are giving me more from the pictures in this deck than anything else. And it's about you. Oh, and Judgment is accepting the call. Ooh. But why does Judgment feel as if somebody is making a decision about you? If this is work related, a major project, somebody's about to get offered something. And it's going to thrust somebody in a position of having more eyes on them, having a further reach. And, okay, an Eight of Cups, again, getting out of a situation like the Three of Swords. Being able to leave something behind to go towards what you want. Which it feels like a ticking time bomb. Like whatever you're in, just feels like it's like tick, tick, tick. You know, like you can't stay there. And Temperance is giving this feeling of like, again, something coming into your reality. Justice. Remember I said your mind and your heart? It puts whatever, because I was talking about the Three of Swords, and I know everything's covered up. And the Star card, it heals that. Like whatever this does is going to heal whatever's been weighing on your mind and your heart. It's like this is needed. This is just. This is right. You deserve this. You deserve to be taken out of a situation. Okay. So maybe this is about, and we did say partnerships and contracts. So somebody's going to be contacting someone. This is a very detailed reading. Somebody's going to receive a call, is what I want to say. Now, I'm sure it can come in a multitude of ways, but you're going to receive a phone call. Okay, I was going to say a call, and it said phone. So that is definitely for somebody. Somebody needs to turn their ringer on, make sure that they are aware of it. Somebody's getting a call, and there may be a need to answer. I know, I don't tend to answer calls that I don't know, but somebody's going to receive a call, and it has something to do with a contract or an offer in regards to a project, and it does something to heal your situation, which specifically I feel like saying Spirit's more concerned with it healing your mind and your heart. Like it's going to be very, but it's okay. In the beginning, I said something about, they were showing me the image of like within hours, you know, cucumbers can grow exponentially, like in less than a day, you know, squash. Okay, like those things can just whoosh, and if you ain't careful, they overripe, and then it's like, so it's like time is of the essence. And I said something about tick, tick, tick. Yeah, so somebody's going to be receiving a phone call in less than a day. Wow, this reminds me of like a right here, right now reading versus a coffee and tarot. And it's like within hours, somebody's going to be receiving something. And this is in alignment. This is like a partnership contract. There is some level of work, and I think that's what they're talking about. It gets you out of hermit mode. That's why they said hermit mode, like you're not going it alone anymore. So somebody's receiving something. Somebody's getting an offer, like within hours. So this is so specific. I got to be honest with you. Now, yes, there can be, it started sounding very broad. You know, I said this feels like it's multiple collectives in one, and maybe because there's a group within each of those collectives that are experiencing the same thing, so they are their own collective. It's part of the broader one. Here's the thing. It ain't going to be for everybody. It is specific, but I don't feel this is just for one person. But you're going to be getting a call with this offer. Oh, that was the beginning of the week. But that was like a love. This is... I mean, I guess it still could be. It's got partnerships and contracts, and there's a Two of Cups. But this feels very earthly based and like career or like project-y. because that's a word. I make my own words up, okay? Okay. Yeah, you did say that. Okay. This is the Sacred Traveler Oracle. Let me put it correctly. And I said you're not going to be going it alone anymore. That's true. That's true. Follow your bliss. Navigating by the stars. Here's the star card down here. You're you're being led the entire way, and also it's like a wish. Okay. A breakthrough is at hand. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh, that jumped out. The answers are within. That's following your bliss. Ooh. So how are they gonna feel when, okay, if this is like, whatever this is gonna bring peace, like, tell us about the moment when it comes in, because now I'm just curious. Now I just want to be nosy. At this point, we're being nosy. Like, how's this gonna transpire? Yeah, I'm hearing that one. Okay, hold on. I feel like a channel is coming through. Hold on. So they're showing me somebody that... So, okay. This doesn't mean this is exactly... They're trying to give me the energy of what's going to happen when it comes through. They're showing me somebody that receives the call, and then, like, afterwards, it's like you go to your place, like, to celebrate alone. Like, the thing that you would do to give yourself a treat and to kind of, like, just sit with it and feel it for a moment. Because and they're showing me what I would probably do. So and then they're also showing me, like, coffee. So anyways, you know, like if something major happened and I could finally take a sigh, like a breath, right? Or I could just finally let out my breath, like a big sigh of relief, right? The first thing I'd probably want to do is actually not call somebody, but go, like, I would take myself to water. You all know me. Like, I'd be in water. I'd be in a creek somewhere. I would go and sit, because I would, like, it's funny. I need the water when things are chaotic in my life. But a lot of times I will feel like it's a waste of time. It's not helping me. It's not, you know, and I have to make myself go. Like, I have to do it. But when I feel relief, when I feel like there aren't burdens, when I feel like there's not something demanding of me, one of the first things I want to do, it's always being out in nature. It's always being near water, if not in water. And so, because that's my, like, that's where I celebrate. That's where I, you know, and it feels like something that you would do alone. Like, there's a sense of sitting with it. Like, it's like, this is where I was saying, like, there's a feeling of calmness before. It feels like you'll sit with it and your mind is quiet. That's, I think, also why they show me a coffee. Like, you're going to be so happy. Your reaction is to go and sit alone with yourself and feel the joy of having that burden lifted. Just sitting in the moment. And there's something about sitting in the moment, you're just going to, it's so quiet. It's so peaceful. And it's like it's an instantaneous weight lifted. Like, you haven't sat in that kind of energy for quite some time. And so you just go and I don't want to say come to terms, but it feels like you're going to be there's a level of at peace, and I don't know, there's just something that whatever it is that you do, that you like to do for yourself, like go off somewhere and do something for yourself, that's what you're going to do. And it's like celebrating within and being grateful and thankful. Anything else you want to tell us about this? The Page of Wands. What would the future hold with this? Let's find out that. Okay, As of Thoth Tarot. I'm like, really? Like, sometimes I just do that. Sometimes I'm like, really? What would the future hold with this? Like, what can they expect or anticipate? And I think that they're going to talk more about like some more immediate future. So like, not imminent, but maybe just immediate, like the next 3 months. Like that would be good. Like what can they expect from this between now and the end of the year? Like that would be great. Oh. 9 of Wands and the Hanged. Oh my God, you don't have, like this is taking a break from being on guard all the time. That's where that sigh came from. To going from constantly feeling like you have to be at the ready for things to happen, for there to be battle, for you to protect something, for you to this is the more aggressive, like I can't relax energy. And the Hanged Man that's the change of perspective. Like the card says strength. Like you feel like you're having to constantly be at the ready, like the level of strength that takes. And it's like there's no letting your guard down. You know what I mean? And Hanged Man is I can literally put myself on my own timeout. Okay. Well, for some of you, you can actually finally plan. I feel like you haven't been able to make any plans. Like there's a sense of like, they're showing me somebody like looking for a house, and like you haven't been in the position to do that. And I'm not saying you're gonna buy a house. I mean like somewhere to live. Like you can make plans. Like there's things you've wanted, but you couldn't even plan for because you didn't even have the resource, you didn't have the whatever. Like I'm getting a planning and I like researching and like. But this feels like, it feels really good. And those plans have everything to do with creating your life. The King of Pentacles makes shit happen. It's beyond, again, I always say it's beyond having the capacity to do it, to making it happen. Making everything a reality. It is having the means and doing so. So there's this level of like planning and executing. I feel like somebody got tired of planning. You know how like I always joke around, like sometimes my peaceful thing was always like window shopping. And in the United States, window shopping means going out and looking, but you're kind of like browsing without any real intent to buy, and like you can be completely content without buying anything. But there for a while, I know that when money was horrid, I felt worse going out and doing that. You know, I did it all the time when I had money, and it rejuvenated me. It was like my me time. I've always felt like, ooh, look at that. It felt inspirational, you know. I would see all the cute things. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's, you know, it was just a nice time alone. And it felt horrible doing that. Now, I never bought anything before, so why didn't I feel okay going out? And the idea and notion that it wasn't even a possibility, so it felt fraudulent in a way. I don't know. And so there might have been a halt to doing any kind of planning or any kind of like, oh, let's do this. You know, like sometimes you have readers that say, well, you know, you need to go ahead and start, like you're going to move. So you go ahead and start looking for places. If you don't have the money to do that, that can be heartbreaking, right? Like I don't have money, you know, and depending on how long of a wait that is, it's kind of like, I get it. The idea is to be on the ready. So, you know, when, where, what, how, you know, all that kind of stuff. And you're kind of like, I don't have the, but when you don't have the money, I mean, the level of awareness of your reality can really halt you from being inspired by doing such and moving through those tasks. I just feel like somebody was cut, or they're saying capped off from doing that. And it's like, there is, you are your work, you are, you're looking into things, and it's almost like playing in the field of possibilities as well. Because you now have the freedom to. 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Star card again. I'm showing, they're saying consistent progress. But they're also bringing about, like, I think that has to do with someone developing something. Like, you'll be making consistent progress and enjoy developing whatever this is. And you're going to feel so much better rooted. So I think that's the reason why the Pentacles were on that little monkey feet on the King of Swords, right? Because you haven't felt safe in the 3D. You haven't felt secure. You haven't felt really well rooted down with resources or capacity. And so it'll be overflowing. Like, there's something about work or skill, and as a result, like, something is overflowing. And with this one, I am definitely looking at, I gotta cover her tatas because, you know, people are sensitive. She's got one foot in the etheric and one firmly. Like, you feel well rooted in both. I think that you have not felt well rooted in both in a long time, simultaneously. And it's giving, I don't know why I want to say, like, your intuition, your emotional capacity is so, your cup is full. I think joy was depleted, and that might have been part of why there was a difficulty in maneuvering or doing anything. Because they're giving me, like, the water is like the inspiration, the ideas, the intuitive creations, and consistently being able to work in both, and one informing the other. Nine of Swords. Oh, we're going to end there. You go from the Nine of Swords to Nine of Cups. Utter, total personal contentment and joy, happiness, wishes being granted, feeling like there's the maximum of personal joy from what felt so cruel. Like, your own mind felt so cruel. Like, the level of anxiety here. And they're showing me, like, this little dude. Like, it's like your own little personal demon. And his arms are stretched out, and it's like he's antagonizing the situation. to this, to this joy, this overflowing abundance of just, it's going my way. I feel so good. Everything is right within you. Okay. I really want to leave it at that. So make sure that your phone is ready. You'll be receiving a phone call. Again, they keep saying phone call. I want to like broaden it because I feel like I want to, like, you know, there's so many ways that people can whatever. But yeah. This is a bright new prospect. I want to say the Tower card is kind of like being able to see something for what it is. The lilies are like the wisdom and the understanding, and the fox is about being clever and smart about something, about this new beginning. And it's a very lucky, auspicious, is what they just said to me. There may be an element of something being new for multiple people. Like this may be something that someone is, because we got this, right? We got 2. And I do not feel like it's children necessarily per se. It could be. It could be. If it is, then I would say that this is a smart move for the family. Because foxes can also mean family as well. Okay, but this feels like it may be something that's new, and look at how they're not facing each other. So this may be something new for both people. If this is a contract, if you're a female, you need to make sure that you are not self-sabotaging with your thoughts. And don't, I feel like saying don't, I want to say you're really good at not seeing the positive, like maybe forecasting something negative because you don't believe in yourself. We've got, this is a trustworthy, and again, protection. It is a protected new beginning. Okay, so bring it down. Okay, where are we going with this? We're running out of cards, Spirit. Like, are we still doing? There's this feeling, and again, it may be specific to a feminine here, that they want to highlight something. It's the end of feeling like life itself is over, like there's nothing for you, to feeling alive again. Like from feeling dead inside to feeling alive again. That's all I can say. Okay, that was very oddly specific. All right, are we done? One more time, they said, and then I'm wrapping it up because I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Shit's long, man. Y'all always got me. This motherfucker. Definitely gonna take you down a path. The only thing about this is there's some elements you may not be aware of. Again, it might be the answer to some of your burdens. Like, again, this is potentially that might be the thing. Like, you know, like, because there's elements to it that not everything is in the full light of day. You may feel like you're walking into the unknown, basically, with this. But the one thing you do know is there's nothing left in the present moment for you at all. So I just don't see that being a problem, Spirit. Like, okay. Leave it. Oh my God. I'm telling you guys, you're going to be getting some type of communication. I may be reading for feminine because this feminine card keeps coming out. There is something about the guidance here. I don't know if this is being guided to you, but I feel as if... Tell me about the star card. Why are you choosing that terminology? Wait. Oh. Also, the star card in Lenormand is about elevating. It would be the card of, like, being seen. Although, actually, the moon card would be one of fame, actually, if you want to get really legit with the old school meanings of it. I got it. There is something... there is a secondary issue that may have, you feel like is in the background that has created reason you haven't been able to move forward, aside from some of the more self-evident. And so when this comes in, you may be like, that's great, but I still can't do it because of this thing that's over here. Like, I don't know if that'll allow me. This is also like government, institutions, things like that. And it may be a sense of that's what you're worried about. Like, if this is in regards to somebody that has a child and you feel like there may be some kind of difficulty or problems with that. I want to say that's where you're like, you're doubting yourself on something, because the easy low-hanging fruit would be like, I get a job somewhere else and I don't know if the courts will let me move there with my child, you know, kind of thing. And so I don't want to move because, you know, like, I don't know if that's a possibility. I feel confused. How is this going to happen? And so you poo-poo on it yourself. That could be something that you're concerned with, or you know, if this is like legalities of something, you know, if we're talking about governments and whatnot, this could be moving across seas and across country to a different country, and maybe there's a lot of red tape and you're thinking, I can't because of something. I want to say you're protected, you're guided, and you'll move through this easily. Yeah, these obstacles, that's the obstacle, that's the burden. That's the burden for somebody. That's the burden and the obstacle and the fear of someone, because family. So this is for somebody who is concerned about possibly an ex, or concerned about children. I'm thinking that that's the thing that prevents them from taking something. And it may not even be like the scenario that I gave you, where it's like, you know, this may be a single parent situation, but even if it's not, this is like someone here is concerned about how it impacts their family. and not being able to see a way or uncertain about, you know, I feel like saying Spirit will bring that to light for you. How do I continue to move forward so it doesn't negatively impact my family, my children, my whatever, whatever this is. And so that will be highlighted for you, because this is about the path being smoothed. So yeah, I don't think that that's going to be a problem. All right, we're going to leave it there. I hope everybody has a fantastic, wonderful day. I hope the message found whoever it's meant for. And I will be checking in with y'all later this week.